Hello everyone. It's Saturday, February 7th, 2026. I hope you're all having a super awesome weekend. I'm your host, Sandal Kenny, and welcome back to our show where we dive into the coolest tech trends. Today, I'm gonna introduce a really trending article from the archive. It's super interesting, so listen up. The title is Historic-Guided Iterative Visual Reasoning with Self-Pardon. And the curl is or it's a bit of a long title, right? But don't worry. We'll break it down so it's super easy to understand. So let's talk about what problem this paper is trying to solve. You know how we have these super smart AI models now? Like the ones that can look at a picture and answer questions about it. We call them Multimodal Large Language Models, or MLLMs for short. They're like really smooth students who can see and read. But here's the thing. Even though they are smart, sometimes they make silly mistakes. Usually to fix this, people just ask the AI to generate the answer a bunch of times. And then they vote on the best answer. It's like asking 10 people to guess the number of jelly beans in a jar and taking the average. This method is called self-consistency. But this paper says, wait a minute, that's not how humans solve problems. Think about when you take a test. If you're not sure about an answer, you don't just randomly guess 10 times in your head. No way. You look at the picture again, you check your previous thought process, and you correct yourself if you find a mistake, right? You verify and refine your answer. The problem with the old way was that the AI didn't learn from its own past thoughts during the process. It was just repeating itself without looking back. So if it misunderstood the image the first time, it might just keep misunderstanding it. A set of researchers came up with this new framework called H-GIVR. It stands for Historic-Guided Iterative Visual Reasoning. Basically, it teaches the AI to act more like a human. Instead of just answering once, the AI looks at the image, tries to describe it, and generates an answer. Then, it looks at its own previous answer and says, let me check the image again. Does this make sense? It uses its own history to guide its next thought. It's like the AI is double yin-king its work. This is super cool because it makes the AI way more accurate, without needing a huge supercomputer to run it. In their experiments, using this method improved accuracy by over 100% on some tests. That is huge. Now let's talk about how this applies to our everyday life. You might be thinking, Annie, that sounds like science stuff. How does it help me? Well, actually, this technology can change a lot of things we use every day. Let me give you 3 examples. First up, let's talk about video streaming services like YouTube or Netflix. Imagine you are watching a movie and you want to find a specific scene. Maybe you remember a scene where a character is holding a red umbrella in the rain. Right now, searching for that is kinda hard. But with this H-GIVR technology, the said system can look at the video much more carefully. It can reason. Okay, the user wants a red umbrella. I see a red object here. Let me check again. Is it an umbrella? Yes. Is it raining? Yes. It double checks the visual details. So you can find that exact scene instantly. It makes searching through videos super smart and accurate. Second, think about brain or games or training simulations. Let's say you are playing a detective game in VR. You show the AI a clue you found. Usually, the AI might just give a generic response. But with this new tech, the AI in the game can look at the clue. Think about what you said before. Look at the clue again to catch details it missed. Then give you a really deep and helpful hint. Or imagine a medical student practicing surgery in VR. The AI can watch what the student is doing, double-check the student's movements against the correct procedure, and give precise feedback like, hey, you missed a step there. Look closely at the monitor. It makes the interaction feel much more real and helpful. Third, think about video conferencing systems, like the ones we use for online classes or meetings. Sometimes the connection is bad, or the video is a bit blurry. If you are using an automatic captioning tool that describes what is happening, it might make mistakes. But with this self-curving AI, the system can look at the video frames, generate a caption, and then quickly reiterate it to make sure it matches the visual context perfectly. So instead of saying a person is holding a cat, it might correct itself to say, "Oh wait, let me look closer. That's actually a small dog." It helps people who need audio descriptions to understand exactly what is happening in the meeting. And I should also mention music and games. For music apps, imagine you want to find a music video based on a vague memory of what the singer was wearing. This tech could help finding that video super fast by analyzing the visuals deeply. And in games, fans or non-player characters could become so much smarter. Instead of repeating the same lines, they could remember what you did 5 minutes ago and have a real conversation with you. So how does this compare to other technologies? Well, the old way was like brute force, just trying over and over again and hoping for the best. It used a lot of computing power and wasn't always reliable. This new H-GIVR method is like a smart detective. It's more efficient because it doesn't need to guess 100 times. It just needs to think carefully a few times. It's smarter, faster, and uses less energy, which is great for the environment too. Also, unlike some other methods that need to be trained for weeks to learn new tricks, this framework works during the inference time. That means it works while the AI is actually answering the question. It doesn't need expensive retraining. It's a very clever way to make existing AI models much better instantly. I think it's amazing how researchers are taking inspiration from how humans think. To improve machines, we double-check our work. So why shouldn't AI? It makes total sense. Anyway, that's the scoop on this trending paper. Historicatic Iterative Visual Reasoning with Self-Storage. It sounds complicated, but it's really just about teaching AI to be careful and thoughtful, just like us. I'm really excited to see this tech in our apps soon. Thank you so much for listening. This was San No Annie, wishing you a fantastic Saturday. See you next time.